Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the regular updates of my channel, and do not forget to like, comment and share. The next feature we have to add is populate leave details. So if I go to the form over here, you can see we have these details like accrued, we have taken, we have balance. So the thing is that as per the requirement, so for example, I'm an employee and I'm just trying to request for the leave. I select maybe start date, end date. But when this loads the form, what exactly should happen? I should be able to see my leaves. That means whatever leaves I have in my bucket, whatever count I just accrued, how many of leaves I have taken, and now how much is the balance. That is something I can see over here in these three fields, because that's very important, because whenever I am requesting for a new leave, then I should be able to see those details as well, just to so that employee has those details. Okay, these are the leaves I have in my bucket, and it should change as per the types as well. So for example, if I change here sick leave, then this should automatically change. So if whatever type I select over here, it should automatically change the number of leaves for that particular leave type. So how can you populate it? Now, as you know, we are storing the leaves, the number of leaves for each employee in leave bucket. That means I have to pull the data from leave bucket, that means from this table, and I have to populate it on that particular form. That means I have to populate those values on the form to those fields. That means if I come over here, click on new, so from leave bucket, I should get those numbers in this particular fields. So that is the requirement. Now, how can I achieve this requirement? Now, in order to achieve this requirement, because you have to fetch the data from server side and then you have to populate it on client side. So now we have to write a second GlideAjax again, and we have to use script includes, that's a client callable, and we have to write client script as well. So we will use the same script include. So let's start. So we will go to studio over here, and I will just keep selecting this one, and I will go to, I think I don't have to create a new script include. What you can do, and that's, I think I would say, a utilization of script include. If you have multiple functions, that's something you can declare in a script include and you can use it in different scripts. So I will open this script include which we created, that is LMS Ajax over here. As of now, I have this function, but now what I will do, I will create a function specifically so that I can fetch the data for leave bucket. So whatever leave I have, I can fetch it on the client. So in that case, I will move to next line over here, and I will create a function, and I will give it a name as maybe get leave bucket. So this is the function name I'm giving. I will do colon, and here I will do function. Maybe I will make it full screen and make it a little bit bigger. And then I can just do like this. And then I will put parenthesis, and I will do curly brackets. Then I will do just comma over here. So my function is ready. So now I will write the script in this particular function. So what I have to do, basically I have to pull the brackets from the bucket. That means for this particular employee who is requesting the leave, that is what I have to fetch. So how exactly I will fetch it? So maybe I will just come over here. I will do where gr equal to new. I will do glide record. And here I will do like this. Okay, it says, so I just did syntax mistake, and here I have to provide the table name, that's for leave bucket. So I will come over here, I will click on leave bucket, and I will just copy the name. So I have this name, I will copy this one, and I will go to script include. It is already client callable, so I don't have to change anything. I just need to put the function and just or just mention the server side script. That's it. So here I will put this. So I'm basically doing the glide record on this leave bucket table, and I will do gr.add query. Now we have to match the employee. So in this table we have employee field. Now where exactly we have to match? We have to get it from the client, that is the requested by. So in that case, what I can do this dot get parameter. I think it's correct, parameter, and then I will do here I will put the parameter because I have to get the user. So I will do sys underscore perm. I think it should not be perm. Okay, it was sys perm, and then I will do underscore, and then I will do user, because we have to fetch the user from the client. So we will send this parameter as the sys ID of the user, and then I will do semicolon, and now I will select gr.add query. Now we have to select the type as well, because that's what I have to show the leaves. So it has to be user, and it has to be what type. So in that case, I will select over here leave underscore type, and I will also get this value. So we will get this value from the client. So in that case, I will do this dot parameter, and I will do like this. I will do sys perm underscore, and here maybe we can just do leave type. That's basically another parameter we have to send from the client. So it's leave type, and I will do semicolon, and I can just do gr.query. It is done, and I will do if. So if I will find the record, if the same type of leave and for the same employee, then I will do gr.next. So it will look for the next record. And if it will find, that means if this record will be found, then I have to send the details. That means for that particular record, all the accrued balance taken, that is something I have to send back to the client. How will I do that? Because this time we don't have to send just one value. If you remember, if I talk about over here we are just sending the one record, just one value, that's it. And whatever value we are storing over here, we are just returning that. But in this case, we have to populate it for 3 different fields. How can I do that? So I cannot just directly do the return and just put one variable value. What exactly you have to do? Basically, you have to put those values in the object. You have to create that object like a JSON, and that you have to send back to the client. That's how you will do that. So what we will do, we will mention, we will do leave details. We will create a variable, and I will create an empty object. So I'm creating an empty object for this particular variable, and what I will do leave details dot accrued. I will just mention that name. Now what exactly I will do, I will basically club the data, and I will make this object and then send it back to the client. That is what I have to do, because it will become a JSON object. So in that case, I have to send in string format. That is what, because there we have to push it as a floating point number, but here we have to basically make the whole JSON format in basically a string. So what I will do, I will just add these parentheses, these quotations, not parentheses. We will just put the quotation, single quotation, and then I will do gr dot. So I'm going to get the value of this accrued. So that accrued is, I think, this. And if maybe I will just open leave bucket quickly, and I have ACCR UED. Okay, it's good. And that's it for this one. And then I will do leave details dot I can do balance. That's another object I'm going to send, and it will be like this. I will do plus gr dot balance, and then I can do leave details dot, and here I can just put taken. I will do equal to quotations, and I will do like this, taken semicolon. So now you have created, you are basically pushing the values in leave details. Now what exactly I have to do? I will make it basically into JSON format. So I have to stringify it. How will I do that? So for that, you can just, maybe I will just format the code. And here I will do return. How you will basically stringify it? You can do it with the help of JSON dot stringify. I think stringify, that's what you can do. And then you have to just push this leave details. That's it. So ideally we are sending just one basically object over here, but it will send the whole object. So whatever values we have in this variable, that is leave details, because we have created the empty JSON object. Now this will be sent with all the values we have under leave details to the client. That's what it will send. So we have all these values. We are just stringifying it. Basically, we are converting into string. So we have this JSON format, and we are converting into a string, and we are sending it back to the client. So I think I am done with this. I will just click on save. So it is saved, and let me check. Okay. All good. And now I will create a client script, because I still have to create the client script. So in that case, I can just click on create application file, and I can click on client development, and I can click on client script. So I will provide a name over here. So let's say maybe I will provide populate leave details, and I will select the table as leave request. I can just put it as like all. Now here type, I will select on change. Whenever type will be selected, that's how it will automatically pull the data as per the type selected. So here I will select type, leave type basically. So we have just mentioned leave type, and if I come over here, so I will write the script over here. So I will start with calling the script include, and I have to call the function, and we also need to send the parameters which we created in our script include. How would I do that? So I will start with var. That's a GlideAjax variable I'm going to create. So I will do new GlideAjax, and here I will put the script include name, and our script include name is this one. So I will just copy this. I will go over there, and I will just put semicolon, and I can just do ga.add param, because I have to mention that parameter. So I have to send the first, we have to call the function. So I will do sysperm underscore name. I will do comma. In quotations, I have to provide the function name which we created, and we created this one, that's get leave bucket. And I will put it here, semicolon, and then I will do ga.add param again, and this time I will do sysperm underscore user, because we have to send the value of the employee, the basically requested by. So I can just do like this. So let's say I will select it, because I have to get the current logged in user, and that will also be populated in that requested by field automatically. That's what you're already doing. So in that case, what I can do, I can quickly do g underscore user dot, I think I can do dot Okay, I have to do like this user ID. Now this will basically store the sys ID, and it will send to this parameter via this parameter, that is sysperm user. So I'm done with this. Now next is basically we are sending the type as well. So I will do ga.addParam, and I will do quotations, single quotation, and then sysperm underscore leave type. That's our parameter. I will do comma. Now here we will select the new value. So I will select the new. So whatever value you are selecting, that is something you can mention here. So because the type will change the value. So you have to always get the new value, what exactly it has changed, so that you can basically populate the brackets as per the type. That's what you have put in your GlideAjax as well, like in your script include, that it will get the leave type and then populate the brackets, return the brackets accordingly. So I will come over here. Now, as of now, you just need to remember one thing. Because here, if I talk about here, its leave type is automatically populated. That means it is already showing the default value. What you can do, you can make it none, so that user has to select it, and it is already mandatory. So in that case, what I will do, I will come over here, and first let me complete this GlideAjax first, and then we will change that. So I will do ga.getXML, and here I have to basically mention the callback function. So maybe I will just do get bucket semicolon, and I have to now call this callback function. So I will do function get bucket, similar kind of syntax which we learned earlier. So we will do like this, and like this we will do answer equal to response XML dot document, and I can just do element dot get attribute. It's done, and here I can put the string in answer on sir semicolon. Now basically, as you know, we are going to get that data into JSON format, because we are putting all the values. We have created that JSON object. So what do you have to do? Whatever data you will get, you have to parse it. So you have to parse the JSON, whatever JSON you will get it, so that you can basically segregate each values you are getting in that particular JSON. So how will you do that? You are going to do, so we will just maybe create a variable result, and I will parse it. So initially we were stringifying it. That means we will basically making it in the string, and then now we are basically whatever string we will get, we will basically convert it, we will parse it so that I can read the data. How will I do that? You can just do like JSON dot parse. Now what exactly the response is? That is answer. So answer will basically store the data coming from the script include, and then I will set the values. How will I set it? It's quite simple. I will do g_form dot set value, and here I will put the field name. So it's accrued. Okay. And here, how will I read the data? Now in this case, you just need to do result dot acc accrued. That's it. Whatever values you created over there, you were trying to push the values. That is what you can do over here. You have to just fetch it now. So I will do g_form dot set value, and I can do it for balance. I will do comma, and I will do result dot balance semicolon, and I can do like this dot set value, and I can do, okay, I can just make it a little bit up so that you can read it perfectly, and I can just do taken, and I will do comma, and here I can do result dot, and it is taken. I'll do semicolon, And I think it is done. You don't have to do anything else. It will set the value on the client after leave bucket, LMS, Ajax. We have this function name. So all good. We are stringifying it. No syntax error, I don't think. So leave details. All seems to be good. And if I maybe I will just save it now. So this is saved. So now we will see. So we have created the GlideAjax function. That's something we have in client callable script include. And we have also declared basically the GlideAjax variable, and we are just calling that script include, and we are also calling that function. So in that case, I will do a quick test. How will I do that? So in that case, first, if you remember, we have to make it none. So I will go to leave request. I will come over here. I have this leave type, and I will remove that default. So I will come over here. I will just remove this default type. Now here I can make it with none, so that user has to specifically select it. So I will save this. Saved. And if I will come over here, and if I will reload it, you will see that. Now you can see it says leave type. I have to select it specifically. Now, if I will do that, let's say I selected casual. You can see I'm not getting any record. Why? Because I'm not getting any data on the client right here, because we didn't create anything for system administrator. So let's do one thing. If I go to this leave bucket, like I have admin access, so I can create some value. So let's say we will create a record over here. I will select system administrator. Let's say we can get this. Yep. I will do accrued. Maybe we will put 24. Taken, maybe we can mention 0. That's fine. Balance is yes, I can put 24. Now this is for casual leave, just an example, and I can maybe just save this record. So in that case, that means I have one more leave bucket record for system administrator. Now, if I will basically open the new form now, what do you think? Will I get the data from the server side about this data? Let's see if our script is working fine or not. So if I click on this, and no, so you can see, okay, it will not come right now. I have to change the leave type. I forgot it in just few seconds. I don't know why I forgot it, but that's okay. I will select now casual leave. Let's see what happens. If I select it, absolutely, you can see over here, we are getting accrued, we are getting taken, we are getting balance as well. And I can submit this leave, and this should basically, so while I will submit it, and if it's get approved, for example, it should definitely basically deduct the data, decrease the data from my leave buckets. And that's what the calculation I have to do. So, but as of now, you have created another client script, and you have also created another GlideAjax. That means you have learned script include, GlideAjax, client script again. And this time we again, I would say we also did some calculation, and at the same time, you also learned that how we can send the response from server side. If we have to send the response, multiple responses basically back to the client, how can we do that? We can just create the empty object, JSON object. You can push the data and then fetch it over here. You have to parse the JSON, and then you can populate it, utilize that data anywhere you want. So that means it's a really, I would say it's another kind of learning as well. It's a live development which you can learn, and you can apply in your daily development as well, as per the use case you get from your customers and clients.